When you look at the Three Gorges Dam with different angles, camera angles, etc., it does look a fascinating place. And when you get up close to the dam, it is so big, humongous. I have been very fortunate to visit the dam before in 1994 and 1995 when I was working in Wuhan, as it's only a stone's throw, well, 600-700 kilometers to the west of that. And it was a dust pile. If you've ever been to a construction site, multiply it by about 1 trillion, and that's what you got way back in 1994. But your heart does really go out to the people who were evicted from their homeland, and how many historical relics, how many historical sites were vanished by the people who just wanted the biggest thing ever. And some people do return to see what their livelihood has been like. A warm welcome to the channel. It's Friday, once again the weekend, the 11th of February 2022. Now don't forget, it's Valentine's Day next week. Yes, it's another kind of commercial kind of thing, but make sure you say to your loved one, whoever they may be, what I need, I love you. Now, I forgot to do the microphone first of all, so the first two clips of this may be a little bit echoey. I don't even know what to call this show for today. I've been thinking about the thumbnail, but I haven't come up with any kind of one that makes it understandable. And I can only come up at the moment with clickbait titles, so it may be in the end a clickbaity title. But I wanted to show you what it may look like inside the dam. This is a smaller effect. This is not the Three Gorges Dam, but it is a dam which I found and I hope I can use. But you can see that this is just a underground thing somewhere in the world. And when it zooms in, you can see some water starting to gush out like that. And is this what the dam looks like in China? Obviously in a smaller scale. Now we will show you some CCP or Three Gorges Dam pictures a little bit later of what they wanted you to see, and the water gushing in, and eventually it will just overflow this place. Is this what's happening in the power station at the Three Gorges Dam right now? Of course, we don't know. Any information related to anything going wrong in the People's Republic of China, especially a government organization like the Three Gorges Dam, etc., is going to be classified, and it's also going to, it would never get to the media like this, but we can only imagine. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the levels for today. This is in Chinese today, but the top is Kutan, Chongqing, 600 kilometers away from the Three Gorges Dam itself, is at 170.50. Three Gorges, it says it's gone down. No, sorry, Three Gorges at the bottom, it says it's gone down 170.22, but the inflow and the outflow have risen by 1,000. Yep, at least 1,000, possibly 2,000. The top one that looks like an A is 7,300. That is the inflow, and the outflow is 7,790. Now, at the beginning of this week, the inflow was around about 5,000 to 6,000, and the outflow was 4,000. So have there been any repairs? Is there any damage to the dam, etc.? Has it been fixed? Are the levels going to go down? I presume, logically speaking, they are, because now is halfway through February, and you could say March, April, May time, floods may come, and this monstrosity, the Three Gorges, must be ready. Now let's have a quick look at the weather, and I think it's time for a little bit of a churchy kind of musical kind of weather. Let's do it. no reasons for the music for today. It's just like, why not? You could even say, thank God it's Friday. Can I say that? Like the American restaurant kind of place around the world. Let's go back into the dam and let me show you a small clip, or clips of clips, which I'm allowed to show, hopefully, bunny rabbit ears, of what the Three Gorges Corporation wants you to see about the dam. First of all, we go over the bridge, which you've probably seen on satellites, and there we go from a viewing distance of the actual dam itself. This is under construction when journalists were allowed. You could go to the very bottom of the dam, like that, so to speak, and then you would see the sluice gates, like that. I'm not too sure either or, but you can get the general idea, but that's as close as we can get. And you can pause these videos and you can see some of the images more clearly. Then we go inside the dam, and this was when the turbines were being installed as well. How many of them? I think there's 32 in total, but the original amount was less than that. The control center, you can see how old the video it is, and then we can go to the outside again and see how the weather was, like that as well. This message from Shelley sounded really interesting. The 3-day wedding sounds intriguing. Could you tell us more about them? I can, but it came up with an idea that I did see and wanted to share with you. Did you know, or do they know, or do you know, that they actually, or they used to, held weddings at the Three Gorges Dam? And it looked a little bit like this. This was like more like state propaganda, because it wasn't just one wedding, it was like a mass wedding, and some were military, but I could say most of these people were government officials, and they got married at the Three Gorges Dam. Wow. But what it took away was traditional weddings before the Three Gorges Dam was completed, and these now have to move to additionally somewhere else because their homeland is flooded, which is a great shame. But if you look at this traditional wedding, it looks, you could say, incredibly colourful, and something that you would like to go and see yourself. So what are the weddings like here? Well, I actually have been to one. It's a person who he runs a restaurant, and he runs a little shop, and he runs a motorbike cleaning service, or a cleaning service like a car wash. And my girlfriend and I were invited. This was a long time ago, 2019, and I just thought I would like to share with you the video clip that I managed to capture. I can't remember what time of year it was, but you can hear and see it's a very noisy place. The wedding yesterday, it was the pre-wedding party, and they had incredibly, and I mean incredibly loud music until about 11 o'clock in the evening. And after that, thank God it stopped, but I was really tired yesterday, so I managed to sleep through it. I digress. Have a look at this. Coming up on my channel very shortly is a title, Does the West trust China? Why do people, or why don't people trust China? And it's a rant and a rave video, and I have made a little bit of it, but I haven't completed it. But here's a little sneak peek, even before the green screen has been covered. Have a look. That's better. I hope I remember to edit that. I don't know why I have that. So where was I? In 1989, the Tiananmen Square incident. Okay, it's a very sad thing which happened. But in the last 10 years, ever since you-know-who took power, people don't trust China. They have started to hide up the Tiananmen Square. It's actually being removed from history books, and teachers who may have been involved in it, for example, are not allowed to talk about it. If they do, even on WeChat, if they do, the police may come knocking on the door and ask them not to do. And if you are interested in any of the videos, just hit the subscribe button, share, like, etc., etc. And don't forget the cup. Oh, I got to move now. Now, some people have asked me, why don't you drink from your cup if you're promoting it? It's a really nice cup, but I do like a large cup of coffee or cappuccino, because this lasts me for 2 or 3 hours during the afternoon, etc. So that's a possible reason why. Here it is, $15, save a child when you buy one of these. $15 in the United States. If you're outside the US, they can be shipped, but contact the email in the description below, and you can deal with Donald, who's being really nice and helpful with all this. Brings us to a close for